हेलो गाइस, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, हम आपके लिए हर दफ़ा एक न्यू वीडियो लेकर आते हैं। इस दफ़ा हम आपके लिए एक वीडियो लेकर आए जिसका नेम है द सर्वेंट एंड द प्रिंस, बादशाह और गुलाम। इट्स अ ओनली नॉवल, नॉट अ रियल स्टोरी। इन दिस स्टोरी वी डिस्कस सर्वेंट, गुलाम एंड द प्रिंस, शहजादा प्रिंस बादशाह के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, हम आपको नेम के बाद स्टोरी सुनाते हैं और उसके बाद ही मोरल बताते हैं। ठीक इसी तरह इस बार भी हम ऐसा ही करेंगे। आखिर में आपको मोरल भी बताएंगे स्टोरी का। उम्मीद है आपको हमारी पहले वाली कुछ वीडियो अच्छी लगी हों। अगर आप चैनल पर न्यू हैं, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब और बेल आइकन को ज़रूर दबा दें। द सर्वेंट एंड द प्रिंस। वंस अपॉन अ टाइम इन Mongolia there lived a cool prince. He was very weak and unkind to his servant. The servant was very wise and hard-working. The prince got pleasure out of hating his servant and would beat the servant black and blue without any fault of his. One day the prince and the servant were going to the country, neighboring country. The prince rode a strong and sturdy horse. The servant followed him on a fair horse. They had to travel a long distance. After a few hours, the sky became overcast, and loud third thunder could be heard at a distance behind them. The prince was covered and was very frightened by the clap of thunder. He looked around for a place to hide, but found none. His servant had not catched up with him yet, so the prince made his strong horse walk slower and wait for the servant. When he saw the servant, he shouted, "Don't lag behind me, you fool! Keep up with me." The servant replied, "How can I keep pace with you? My horse is so weak." On hearing this, the prince was furious and he roused. "It means you have not fed the horse well. It is all your fault. What were you doing all this time, lazy man?" Then he struck the servant on his head as hard as he could. At that very moment, there was a streak of lightning in the sky. The prince was so frightened that he closed his eyes thirdly. The servant saw this and suddenly had a brilliant idea. He took advantage of the opportunity and seeing his readings whip knocked the prince on his head. The prince thought that light had struck him. He was trapped. Novel story. So the servant and the prince.